Good afternoon. I'm Matthew, and this is Karina and Mateo. We are from the Aquapolis Chamber of Commerce, and we are here to tell you about our fabulous city. Aquapolis is currently emerging as the most populated city in Mexico, with a population of over 80,000 and growing. Aquapolis is located on the east coast of the Mexican Gulf, where we are known for our tropical climate and beautiful landscape. Aquapolis is home to the world's brightest civil and structural engineers who have designed our many buildings and infrastructure to safely withstand the hurricane forces that our area often faces. Citizens and guests often enjoy our partially submerged residential towers, which offer one-of-a-kind view of underwater habitats. Our mega tower is a major focal point of our city. It features a transportation hub, aquaponics, parks, shops, restaurants, offices, an internet database, and many of our city's museums. Now Mateo is going to tell you about our technological advancements.
Aquapolis is not only a beautiful place, but it is also a smart place to live. Our material and chemical engineers have developed a way to protect our structures from the harsh realities of coastal living, because all of our buildings, especially those underwater, are susceptible to corrosion and rusting. They have developed a property-changing laser treatment process that makes metals averse to water damage and makes them easier to clean. This solution eliminates the necessity of coatings, which are maintenance nightmares, and replaces them with an effective alternative that is chemical-free. In addition to protecting our structures, we have made many advancements in waste management. Karina will discuss this major accomplishment.
Trash and pollution. They've plagued cities for hundreds of years. Past waste management systems were costly, inefficient, and ineffective. So Aquapolis hired a waste management engineering firm, and they came up with a new solution. We developed a capability to reuse most of our waste matter and solve the problems of past societies. Our waste management system includes 4 stages: collection, transportation, sorting, and transformation. Every structure within Aquapolis contains automated refuse receptacles, which are connected through a series of underground chutes and tunnels. Once a receptacle accumulates the designated volume of waste, it is then automatically emptied into an attached underground chute. This prevents waste from being seen throughout the city and makes it easier for citizens to dispose of waste. Once the waste is dropped through the chute, it is pulled by gravitational force to the automated sorting departments within the underground waste management facility. Compressed air forces materials through the chutes to the plant. This transportation method does require additional energy and is a trade-off of our system. However, our engineers believe that the benefits outweigh the added cost, as our overall system is clean and reliable. Sorting begins when trash is separated into reusables and non-reusables, based on computer-monitored site recognition, material composition, and weight. Materials that can be reused for the city are recycled, composted, or prepared for artwork. These materials are then shipped to a manufacturing plant within Aquapolis, where they are then converted, then reintroduced into our city as something new. As a part of Aquapolis' solution to waste management, we use reverse vending, a system where machines placed throughout the city can recycle materials to form them into new products. These materials are then shipped to a manufacturing plant within Aquapolis, where they are made into something new. The remaining materials are sent to a waste-to-energy plant, where they are dealt with there. Now Mateo will talk about the waste-to-energy plant.
Our waste-to-energy plant recycles 9,000 tons of ferrous and non-ferrous metals annually, enforces strict air pollution control policies, reduces greenhouse emission gases, and generates 700 kilowatt hours per ton of electricity, enough to power 20,000 of our homes after each incineration process. This is not only energy efficient, but it is also the main source of electricity for Aquapolis. The remaining materials that are unusable for recycling are then sent to our waste energy plant. Although our waste energy plant is safer than alternate methods used by other cities, there are some trade-offs. Our facility produces 80,000 tons of non-hazardous ash as a residual product that must be deposited into landfill. Additionally, each plant is expensive to purchase, costing around $29 million. We believe, however, that the benefits of this system greatly outweigh the trade-offs, and our engineers are continuously working towards ways to reduce or eliminate all residual products in the system. Now Matt is going to tell us about transportation.
People worldwide are attracted to our city due to our innovative transportation. Building off the technology of the Shanghai Sphere, our Aquapolis mechanical engineers developed a highly energy-efficient, gyro-stabilized, and electrically driven powertrain. Ball bearings on the exterior help support the drive, while the outer frame helps create free energy for additional power supply. All of the spheres are linked and monitored remotely, virtually eliminating traffic chaos and accidents. Our mass transit system is a hydrogen-powered shuttle bus developed from Sky Technology. Sky stands for solar and kinetic energy to produce hydrogen. Each bus can transport up to 128 people using GPS and program sensors linked to individual settings. The system runs on water, and any unused water is recovered, filtered, and recycled to our city's aquaponic towers.
In conclusion, Aquapolis is an innovative, creative, and eco-friendly city that is perfect for citizens to live long, happy, healthy lives. Our citizens enjoy the many underwater homes in our city and the many advancements in technology, such as an effective waste management system that reuses, recovers, and recycles our waste into energy or renewable products. So if you're looking for the perfect spot for a vacation and you want the cleanest and greenest location, you should consider Aquapolis.
Okay, that was great, guys. What measures have been taken to protect your city from natural disasters?
So we really wanted our geography to be set behind natural burying islands, which will help us to be away from natural disasters such as hurricanes, since Mexico is such an ideal location for, it's a major hurricane spot where hurricanes hit. So we also, our engineers developed buildings to safely withstand hurricane forces.
In what ways will waste be different in the future?
In the future, waste will be different. We will have, most of our waste will be recycled. Right now, about 54% of waste is sent to landfills, causing pollution in oxygen and waters. Also, there are waste that causes odors that are unpleasant to citizens. So hopefully in the future, we are going to have recycled materials that can be formed into art structures, which will be placed in museums and recreational areas and parks within our city.
For those that can't swim or boat, what do you have for recreational activities in Aquapolis?
As recreational activities in our city, we have parks on top of each of our buildings, so citizens can have some air and they can exercise.
Are there any modern-day waste management components, such as landfills or composting facilities, that you chose to exclude from your design, and why?
For our waste management system, we decided to exclude landfills and incineration processes because landfills have caused pollution with multiple gases in cities, and the incineration has also caused pollution, which has done harm to the cities.
Your city's in Mexico. I don't know too much about how cities in Mexico are governed. So tell me a little bit about, who's in charge of your city and how do you make laws and stuff like that.
Okay, so our government is like a board of people who decide budgeting and zoning and all of our structures. They really want our structures to be the best for if you're coming here as a tourist or if you're living here perfectly. They want you to get the best stay in Aquapolis.
What are the healthcare options for your citizens?
We have health and hospitals, healthcare facilities and hospitals right here. And so let's say you have somebody who's sick in one of our residential buildings. Our transportation will allow the ambulances to go to that building fast and efficiently to go help that person.
We also have helicopter landing pads in and around our residential areas if something were to go wrong in our Shanghai Spheres.
And our mega tower includes most of our hospitals and police areas and fire departments. So since that is the focal point of our city, we have the capability to get people where they need to be when they need to be there.
How do tourists and also goods and services get to the city from the outside?
So since we're on the Gulf of Mexico, we're an ideal location for importing and exporting goods in our many ports surrounding our cities. We also are a self-sufficient city and provide food and water for all of our citizens. We also, after each process of our waste-to-energy plan, we power 20,000 of our homes, eliminating electricity bills.
What type of jobs are produced as a result of the technology that you've incorporated in your city?
For our jobs, we have our waste management facility, and since there is always needed people monitoring it, watching if there's any defects that might happen. So we offer many jobs to those who would be considered in learning about our waste management technology.
We also have many engineers if something were to go wrong in our waste management system. We have many access points so that engineers can go down, find out the problem, and fix it.
If you were starting this project all over from scratch, would you do anything differently?
If we were to do anything differently, we would try to design our buildings to look better and have better looking shaped models. And we would try to work more on our transportation system since that was one of our difficulties in building.
So of all the problems that you saw and innovations here, which one thing excites you the most to actually see in the future? I'd like to hear from each of you on that.
I really like our transportation system and our waste management system. Those are our two moving parts, and it's the ones that we had the most difficulties with, and we were able to solve the problem, and now it's working.
I believe that the most exciting part of our model and with all the problems that we have had, I think it was the waste management system. Because we had so many problems and then we developed the capability to fix them. We have come up with ideas to see how it can continuously move, how it can flow, how it can work efficiently. So that I think was the most exciting part.
I think the most exciting part was probably designing the transportation, and I would love to see that in the future. It is very efficient and fast, and it eliminates all traffic.
Again, I'll ask the question, how do goods from the outside, because I assume you can't produce everything here and be totally self-sufficient, but how would imports come into the city? Do they have to come by boat, or are there other means for them to get there?
So for our city, we do have ports all along our coast since we are on the Gulf of Mexico. So it is mainly transported by ships from either multiple different countries, or we can export goods from our aquaponic centers that are spread throughout the city.
How much does your waste management system cost? And do your residents pay for it, or what other ways do you use to pay for the services?
So for our waste management system, there are taxes on our waste management system for the citizens to pay. There's a very small fee. Also, our waste-to-energy plant is a part of our waste management system, so that costs about $29 million, and our actual waste management plant costs $50 million, other than past cities that were $150 million.
Essentially, we have a 70 million, we're saving $70 million in funds for our city each year compared to past society.
Does your city allow for growth?
Yes, our buildings were all designed and all our zoning was designed so that in the future, people are going to be coming to our city because we're going to be getting known. So we have made sure that there was room so that population could grow and so that we can extend off of our buildings and our residential areas.
As you can see, we built the mega tower flat on the top so that we could build upwards in case of any residential mishaps.
What was the most surprising thing you learned during the design process?
Do you want to hear from all three? Okay, so I think the most